Now, both LEGO fans and Doctor Who fans, I have the pleasure of being able to review this brand new Doctor Who Tardis console room mega set. That's right, this mega set is going to be featured in this review, and I will do a review of the character option sets later. Okay, a quick look at the price. Now if we have a look, as we can see here, a price of $174.99, but that's with a $5 discount. So this set's true price in Australia is $180. Now yes, I have to agree, I have a feeling this set is going to be very overpriced. But then again, I suppose it's what you get when you pay for unbranded, well, branded Doctor Who, but not actually made by LEGO or Mega Bloks, although probably in conjunction, because as I will show you, many of the pieces are extremely similar. And so this set probably, for the fact that it only has 4 characters and its TARDIS console set, is probably very overpriced. But we will soon find out, won't we, when we see the size of this set. First, a quick look at the box. Now we can see here it's got the character building logo with a big CGI image of the Doctor. And we can see a quick view of the inside of the set, with the characters on the outside. Now if we turn it over, we can see a full view of the set as well as the outside. And of course, explanation of the TARDIS. There you go, there's the original price tag, $179.99. And this number, 665. I'm unsure to what that means. There we go, we've got details about all the models, and as we see here, we can see an actual size scale, as on LEGO, which often has the 1:1. Then we have the characters on this side, and on this side we have a picture of the outside of the TARDIS. Now, if we're going to open this, the plastic stickering on this was very poor. It ripped while I was in the box, because this weighs about 1 kilogram. And so if we empty it out like so... Now, there wasn't too much box weight, however, we really got 3 main bags. We have the characters and the smaller pieces in here. We have the special TARDIS console pieces in here. 2 big base plates. And the box with all the other pieces in it. Bag, sorry. And we can see that these aren't actually numbered, so the guesswork is up to you. Well, I have to say, I'm very disappointed in this. Look at this. Bags, upon bags, upon bags, upon bags, upon bags, upon bags of LEGO. Well, whatever you want to call this character building LEGO, divided into no foreseeable order, apart from the fact that all the characters are in this box. Helpful. So in other words, to build this, we're going to have to fish through many, many pieces, which is something I find very disappointing, especially compared to the LEGO and Mega Bloks system, which has numbers packs. Also, there are no decals pre-printed onto the bricks. They're all stickers, which are going to be very frustrating since there are many of them to apply evenly. And the instructions, not a fan of those either. As we can see, the way it works is the pieces you are adding and the pieces present in this step are coloured, and after that they turn to black and white. And see, there's actually no mention in here either of how to build the individual characters. Then again, I suppose they're pretty self-explanatory. So there we go. This is going to be quite a challenge and probably going to take a lot longer than I originally thought it would to build. Well, after 2.5 hours, that's right, 2.5 hours of building, the set is finally complete in all its glory. Possibly without Rory, but I'll talk about him later on. And so we can see that it's quite an impressive set. You know, probably, as I said, not worth $180, but still very impressive. And of course, over the course of building this, I found the instructions absolutely terrible. The idea, as I spoke to earlier, about having the pieces that aren't included in this step in grey, meant that I was getting very, very confused by where I was supposed to be joining them on. And I would have ripped this set apart at least 5 or 6 times while I was building it, because I simply couldn't get it right. And for a small variety in section of replaceable parts, which is something good to see. And something else here is the amount of decals. Now look, there are doubles of almost every single decal. In fact, there are doubles of every single decal you need to apply in this set, which is good. Because if you look around here to the TARDIS window, I had to reapply some of these because they were very fiddly to get in. And so I do commend them for adding extra stickers into these sets. However, I have to say the instructions need a lot of improving. Now, the first feature of this set is the characters included. One thing disappointing about this set is that all these 4 characters are available in Series 2 of the character building individual figure collection range. But anyway, now we've got Amy here. As I'll explain to you later, very nice reproduction of Amy. However, the one criticism I have is her hands look a bit almost like claws or mandibles. Because there are two types of torsos in this series. The male torso, as we can see here, with the broader shoulders, and the female torso with the wider hips. Now, the angels and the vampires, which I will talk about in my other review, look good with claws. However, Amy loses her feminine touch with slightly claw-like hands. Now this is the Doctor in his brown suit. There's also one who's in his darker brown suit, rather than this sort of chocolate brown, with black pants. He does come with a sonic screwdriver, but as of the moment, that is stored on the console. Rory Williams. Yuck. Do not even get me started. I mean, sure, not a bad reduction of his body, but, what is this? A face? No. His mouth. His two lines. Horrible figure. Riversong, very nice. I believe that the hair is done very well. Her face, not so much, but the shape of her body and her clothes is done very well. And look, here we go. Newer version of Riversong has these same version of hands as the Doctor and Rory, which are the male hands, except on a female body. So hopefully in later series we're going to see this incorporated into Amy. Now on to the next set of features. First we've got the console here. Now this is possibly one of my favourite parts of the set. We've got this, which is the Doctor's little rotating information board. We've got many little bits of eye candy. This interesting console section here, with little knobs, pipes, switches over here. New, in fact, switch features, which I will talk about later. We've got buttons as we rotate it all the way around. And there we go, even a place for the sonic screwdriver. And it's got plenty of added fun play value. We've got this door opening here. And we've got this chair here, which can be rotated. We've got stairs which go up into nowhere, stairs which go down, and stairs which come out to, lo and behold, the Tardis. So now we spin this around, which is another feature of this set, highly advertised in the box. We get the exterior of the Tardis, which can be removed, like this, and be used on its own, as well as being placed back into position. And now we have the alien landscape. To be honest, I would have preferred the set to be cheaper and not include this alien landscape, but that's my personal opinion. Now a quick closer look at this TARDIS. A very good reproduction of the TARDIS. Only slight complaint is the fact that these square corners poke out a little bit too much and the walls shouldn't be in as much. Apart from that, very good set. Now, with functioning doors. As you can see, the stickers are not quite straight because they had to be applied myself. If we open the doors like so, we can't really see it, but there we go. Inside is a small cardboard insert which has the interior of the TARDIS, something which I think is very effective in doing its job. However, these doors are very fiddly on very weak hinges, and so trying to get them closed once you open them, or open once you closed, is quite a challenge because you need to remove the roof of the TARDIS. However, overall, very many interesting features. But now, of course, now that we've looked at how good this set is, what is wrong? The first set of faults of this set, as I've already explained, are the instructions, but we've already been there, so I'm not going to go on to that. Second, of course, is the Rory, but we've also already been there. Now, third is something which I think is a bit of a noob mistake, which is when there are many discrepancies between the box and the actual set. So let's have a quick look at these now. Now, there are actually quite a few, and this is a set, something which LEGO has perfected, making their box art very similar to the actual set inside. So if you have a look at this, look at the holes in the side of the TARDIS. Very small, aren't they? But we compared them to the actual holes in the set, and they're actually much larger, as with up here. And if we look over here, once again, they're very small. One discrepancy there. The next discrepancy is this piece here, which is shiny on the box. However, plain, simple, boring grey here. And the third is this here. See these shield pieces here? Well, in the actual set, they're a lot darker coloured brown, and a more like Doctor's jacket brown, rather than the gold which we are given here. The next set of flaws of this whole set is its fragility, if that's even a word. These wall sections, despite looking very nice, easily break, and when I was attaching even these simple items, such as these pipes, they broke off. The stairs also, trying to attach a figure to them, and they bend and break, like so. And this happens with all the stairs, and also when trying to place them on the console here. The console bends and moves and pivots, when really a good set shouldn't. And this could easily have been improved because there is space in these pylon sections here to have a special axle connector, which would have strengthened this set considerably. Now the next thing, as I said, I've already explained there's a bit of a door problem with the Tardis. However, I also think another fault of this set is its price. Okay, according to the character building website online, this set retails for £79, or approximately that anyway. So then why in Australia, if when we convert pounds into dollars we get approximately $100 Australian, are we paying $180? Well, that is the question. I mean, put this set up next to the box. Sure, it's not like a massive box for a small set. But then again, this is really only $80, maybe maximum $100 worth of physical Lego. And so we're getting a lot of rip-off here. So although this is actually a great and fun set, I have to say the price on it overweighs it. Just one last thing before I go on to whether I recommend this set. It is very interesting to note how very extremely similar these pieces are on this set to Lego. I mean, you probably can't see them on camera, but there are actually the words CORGI written into the pieces. I have no idea what CORGI is. I'm assuming it's the character building Lego brand, but I may be wrong. However, I have a distinctive feeling that these sets have been in conjunction with Lego, as when Marklin made Thomas and Percy, which you see in Marklin Who, are actually just the Hornby Thomas and Percy, but have been retooled by Marklin under license. And so I'm wondering if these pieces are the same situation. Lego giving out the molds, changing them slightly just for the CORGI brand, so that, and also using their architecture, and then reselling it under another name, which could maybe, possibly just explain the higher price. But then again, why would the higher price be only in Australia? But then again, this also raises the question, because there are many special pieces used in this. There's these cylinders here, these new pipe pieces, these kind of pieces, which are not seen in normal Lego, as well as things like this, and if this one sure thing that would assure me that this was Lego was the switches. However, these switches are not your typical Lego switches. So this gets me wondering, very interesting question, who makes these sets? Because are they possibly the new emerging Lego? They have that satisfying click. And so could these sets, or this building type of set, and Creo, be Lego's new competitors apart from Mega Bloks? Only time will tell. Now onto my recommendation. So, do I recommend this set? Well, in Australia, unless you're a diehard Doctor Who fan like me, or you're making movies like me, then for your average collector, or your young Doctor Who fan who likes Lego, I would say, to be honest, no. I think it would be much better value to either make your own TARDIS console, or to buy just the external TARDIS console, and then spend whatever you would left over, because the external TARDIS is approximately $30, and buy the other Doctor Who sets, such as the Cybermen Conversion Chamber, or the Dalek Conversion Chamber, which I would like to come into possession of also. So for its price, and especially with many of its weakness, for younger children I certainly say this is a no-no. But if you're a Doctor Who fan like me and you like collecting, and you really like Lego, then I'll have to say this, despite the fact all its problems and its recycled characters, this set's a yes. But will it withstand to the tests of time? Well, only sales figures and whether the character building series continues will tell. And as when this will be appearing in Marklin Who? Well, that's also something for me to know